Okay, so let me go over the questionnaire a bit. I'm just going to skim through it. Once you get it, you see it, it'll explain it, everything. So, print it out now, and then you can breeze over it while I'm going through it. You can see it's very simple. You just, first of all, you need to know whether there's an MC or not at the wedding. The best man has different responsibilities if there's an MC at the wedding or not. The MC might introduce the people in the wedding party and take care of other features. If there is no MC, then as the best man, it's your responsibility to take care of this. Now, most weddings, in the United States anyways, have no MC. It's more of a European thing. So find out if there's an MC, and then if there is an MC, find out exactly what the MC is doing and what your responsibility is. This questionnaire has a bunch of questions on it. If you give it to the bride and groom, they circle what the MC will take care of, and whatever's left over is you. It's still going to help you out to write your speech. Now, the questions that are on here are very simple. You need the bride's name, the groom's name, how to pronounce everybody's name. A couple questions like where they met, when they met, who made the first move. You need to know the maid of honor's name, the best man's name, how they met all these people and how long they've known each other. The bridesmaids' names, how to pronounce them, and the other groomsmen's names and how to pronounce them. I can't stress this enough. Please find out ahead of time how to pronounce these people's names, because it's really quite embarrassing for you if you don't know how to say it properly, but it also makes the people feel a little unimportant that you haven't taken the time to learn how to pronounce their name. So please, pronunciation is a very important thing. So once you get everybody's names in the wedding party, then it's down to the parents of the bride and groom. You need to know the parents' name, the bride's parents' name, and the groom's parents. Now these days, most people have different parents, step-parents, divorce, and whatnot. So you need to know, first of all, you start with the bride. You ask the bride's mother's name. If the parents are no longer together, then you need to know the mother's name, and then who she will be bringing and what their relation is. You don't want to say it's her boyfriend if it's her husband. You want to say, this is the bride's mother and this is her husband, so-and-so. And then when you go down to the groom's, then when you go to the bride's father, you say, and this is the bride's father, so-and-so, and his wife, so-and-so. So just make sure that you know the relationship. And if it's just a date that they have, or it's a boyfriend, ask them how they want to be referred to, companion, whatever. But make sure you know if the parents are together, who the name of their current partner is. Once you do the bride's parents, then you do the groom's parents. Then it's also necessary to find out, for some people, some weddings, the grandparents' name. It's a nice gesture and respect for the elderly is that at the wedding you will also introduce the grandparents. They're just going to stand up for a minute, give a wave, and then you move on to the next one. So after you have all those people done, you also want to know the minister's name, whoever presided over the ceremony. Lots of times that person is invited to the reception as well, and you want to make mention of their name. Next is any names of any special guests or notable persons that require or deserve recognition. What I'm talking about here is maybe godparents or people that traveled really far. You need to know if they have traveled very far, where did they come from? What are their names and where did they come from? It's very polite at weddings to announce these people and that they've really gone out of their way to show up, and if they're from the other side of the world, it's nice to get that recognition. So find out their name, where they're from, and also too, other special people could include notable people from your town, any celebrity, or even the mayor or a judge, whatnot. Make sure you find out who's coming to the wedding that needs to be mentioned and get their names. Another thing you're going to need to know is the bride and groom, how they want to be announced. Now this can be a touchy subject, so it's on a piece of paper, you let them work it out. It boils down to this. They can be called Mr. and Mrs. X. Let's just say Doe. So they could be called Mr. and Mrs. Doe. Or they can be called Mr. and Mrs. John Doe. Or Mr. and Mrs. John and Jane Doe. You need to find out how they want to be addressed. This day and age, some people are touchy about it, so it's on the questionnaire. You ask them and they'll let you know. Next is, will you need to make any special announcements? So if you're at the reception hall and you need to know if you're not allowed to smoke in the front lobby, you have to go up the back of the reception hall to smoke. If anybody's going to be getting cabs, who should I talk to about getting a taxi home at the end of the night if I'm too drunk? What time the bar opens, what time it closes, anything special that's going on at the reception hall that needs to be announced, please ask them. And also too, some people who can't make it will send telegrams.